Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for a wonderful wine review. I'm Ari, and with me is the wine guru himself, Foti Stamos. And I want to turn it over to him so he could tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. Hello, Foti, how are you?
Good, thank you so much, Ari. As always, this is one of the most enjoyable segments that we do where we get to review wine to our liking, but also to educate our audience. So we're going to be traveling to the island of Samos.
Wow, very
White
nice.
beaches, lots of sun, beautiful little island. But little did most of us know that Samos has played an important and pivotal role in the wine world, specifically in France.
Really? Okay.
Yes, sir. Besides the fact that we have selections that are from Samos and make interesting, delicious white wine, Samos is known for making sweet wines, sweet white wines, and that's placed them on the map in the dessert category. But beyond that, many years ago, Ari, back in the early 20s, there was a disease that hit the wine industry by storm called phylloxera.
Yeah.
And this little bug basically wiped out millions of acres of land throughout the world and devastated the wine industry. So France actually was hit pretty hard. And at that time, their Muscat business was pretty thriving until phylloxera hit them. And it wasn't until they reached out to their friends in the island of Samos, who actually grow Muscat grapes, and asked for their help. And as Greeks, as philotemi, they basically agreed and started supplying France with these Muscat grapes to keep their industry going.
Wow.
And in return, the French government actually repaid Greece by giving the only French appellation outside of France to Greece.
Oh, really?
So the only non-French appellation that happens to be French is the island of Samos. So the island of Samos has a French appellation, and it was given in honor of their help to revive and keep France's Muscat business going.
That's a really interesting story.
So we got to pay homage to the folks over at Samos. They make delicious wines, but they're also a very important part of the world history of wine as well.
That's great info, great trivia. If you're ever at a dinner or a tasting or something, that's a nice bit of trivia for people to have.
Absolutely. And, we do have one of the selections that's from the cooperative of Samos, Samos Vin Doux, and it's on our platform. And here's a image of the bottle. As you see, nice golden colored white wine.
Yeah.
Which to be sweet. But this wine is basically just loaded with flavors, lots of aromas, great flavor, clean finish, even though it's a dessert wine. I poured some in my glass just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on here. But lots of apricot, Ari, lots of honey in the aromas, lots of tropical fruit. But, besides the fact that it's a dessert wine, it's so light enough that it can be consumed anytime, with food, without food as well.
All right, how's it taste?
Just loaded with flavor. When you think of dessert wine, Ari, sometimes, we think of very sweet, very rich. But here, there's balance here. We've got a combination of some sweetness, some structure, some inviting aromas, and also a clean finish, which when you think of sweet, you think of long, lingering flavors that just coat your palate. But here, it's a little more subtle, which what makes it more pleasant to drink, in my opinion.
Is it like a crisp wine, or is it?
It's more of a creamier wine.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's because of the sweet factor, it rolls off your palate, and it has that sort of like the outer of a candy apple, that nice little little bit of tartness, but sweet at the same token. But it definitely deserves a place in everyone's glass for those that have not tried it. And
so proper times for this wine. I mean, you said you could do it most any time, but what would be like a good category?
I like this. Ideally, I like this twofolds and make sure that it's chilled, but not too cold. If it's too cold, Ari, you're gonna suppress all the flavors.
Okay.
Chilled. So lunchtime with some yogurt and fruit. A nice glass. This would be great. And then after dinner, obviously that's basically where it comes into play. You can actually have this as a dessert if you're feeling like something of a liquid satisfaction, but you can have them before your meal or after your meal. During the day with something light would definitely be ideal.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, it sounds really good. I don't know if I've tried this one, but next
But
time
you
I
will
think,
soon. You
yeah,
will
I was
soon.
gonna say next time you gotta give me some because for me, these sweet dessert wines aren't my top choice. But that being said, when I am in the mood, those wines are the best thing in the world. They just hit the
No,
spot.
you made a point, you don't think about sweet wines as your chosen, selection.
Mhm.
But if the wine is presented to you in a proper setting,
Oh yeah.
I guarantee that it will win you over.
100%. I completely believe that. And actually, I can't wait. So the story behind it is like super cool. And I think everybody, is if they didn't know it, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't. It's a great piece of wine history, a great piece of Greece history for a great wine.
Absolutely. So we should pay tribute to the folks that make wine in Samos by purchasing a bottle here on Greekazon or Greek Wine Club.
Absolutely. And we will link to the wine. And we want to thank everybody out there for watching and listening, as always. And we will see you soon with more reviews, wine reviews, food reviews, all sorts of reviews. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.